Imagine the quiet intimacy of being in bed with the person you've built a life with, and in that moment of connection, your body doesn't respond. That deep, sinking feeling in your gut, the heat of embarrassment, and that nagging inner voice whispering, "What if it's gone for good?" I want you to know you are not alone in this. The reality is that a significant majority of men over 60, more than 70% in fact, experience erectile dysfunction. But it's a silent struggle for most, a private burden carried with the belief that they are somehow less of a man, or that their vibrant years are just a memory. This belief isn't just incorrect, it's a thief that steals a man's hope and joy. My name is Dr. Monica Turner, and for over 35 years as a urologist and men's health specialist, I've dedicated my career to helping men reclaim their vitality, their intimacy, and their self-worth. I have sat with men who looked at me with profound despair, convinced their situation was hopeless. And I have had the privilege of seeing those same men walk back into my office, transformed. They return with a lightness in their step, a genuine smile, and the quiet confidence of a man who has rekindled the connection in his marriage. Now, here is a frustrating paradox I see every day. You've likely been led to believe that the only solution comes in a prescription bottle, a little pill you take before the moment is right. But those pills are a temporary fix. They mask the underlying issue without ever truly healing it. And when their effects fade, that familiar anxiety creeps right back in. What most men are never told is that a powerful, sustainable solution has existed all along, hidden within the natural oils that have supported male health for millennia. Today, I am going to share 9 remarkable oils that can help naturally turn the tide on erectile dysfunction. These are oils that can help restore healthy blood flow, support hormonal balance, and reawaken sensitivity. The 9th and final oil is so effective that many of my patients report a profound difference in as little as a week, feeling as though their body has been given a second chance. I encourage you to stay with me, because this information could very well be the breakthrough you have been searching for. Before we dive in, if you find value in honest, straightforward health advice, I invite you to subscribe and click the notification bell. That way, you won't miss any future guidance designed for men in their 60s and beyond. And I truly value your feedback. If this topic is important to you, please type a 1 in the comments below. If there are other subjects you'd like me to address, type a 0. Your input helps me focus on what matters most to you. Now that you see what is possible, let's start with the first oil. It's one that many men overlook, yet it provides the very spark your body needs to reboot its system. It's simple, it's natural, and its effects are foundational. I'm referring to pumpkin seed oil. 1. Pumpkin seed oil, the cornerstone of testosterone. Let's begin with an oil that is often underestimated but holds incredible potential for men over 60. Pumpkin seed oil. I refer to it as liquid gold for the male body, and for a very good reason. It is one of nature's most concentrated sources of zinc, and zinc is a non-negotiable building block for producing testosterone. Without sufficient zinc, your body's hormonal engine can't function properly. I've consulted with so many men who come to my office with low energy, diminished desire, and performance issues. Their lab work almost always points to a common culprit: low zinc. The body simply cannot synthesize testosterone from nothing. It requires the right raw materials, and pumpkin seed oil provides them in a highly absorbable form. But the benefits of this oil don't stop with zinc. It also contains natural compounds known as phytosterols, which have been shown to support healthy blood flow into the erectile tissues. At its core, an erection is a hydraulic event, entirely dependent on blood supply. If that flow is compromised, your body cannot respond when you need it to. When the blood vessels are relaxed and open, the entire dynamic changes. Pumpkin seed oil works gently but consistently to help reopen those crucial pathways. Many of my patients have told me they noticed a change within the first week, a return of morning erections, or a feeling of vitality they hadn't experienced in years. It's a beautiful reminder that the body isn't broken. It often just needs the right nutritional support to heal itself. If you're ready to lay this foundation for your health, I want you to make a promise to yourself. Comment, "I will do this," below. 2. Black seed oil, nature's potent vasodilator. Next, let's discuss an oil with a legendary status that stretches back through history: black seed oil. In ancient traditions, it was revered as the remedy for all ailments but death itself. While that's a grand claim, my clinical experience has shown me that its effect on male sexual function is truly extraordinary. The magic of black seed oil lies in a powerful active compound called thymoquinone. This unique molecule is known to help increase the body's production of nitric oxide. To put it simply, nitric oxide is the chemical messenger that signals your blood vessels to relax and expand, allowing blood to surge into the penis. Without adequate nitric oxide, your body will struggle to produce an erection, no matter how aroused you are. I recall a patient in his mid-60s who felt defeated after trying prescription pills that only gave him side effects like headaches with no sustainable improvement. When I suggested he try black seed oil, I advised him to be patient and give it a couple of weeks. He came back beaming, telling me that for the first time in years, he was experiencing spontaneous morning erections again. That wasn't just a physical change. It was the return of his confidence and, most importantly, his hope. That is the elegance of black seed oil. It works in harmony with your body's natural processes. As an added benefit, its potent anti-inflammatory properties help soothe the delicate vascular tissues that have been affected by age and lifestyle, clearing the way for blood to flow as it should. If you're considering adding this oil to your regimen, go ahead and comment, "I will do this," to hold yourself accountable. 3. Pomegranate seed oil, the artery restorer. There's a reason the pomegranate has been a symbol of vitality and fertility for centuries. When we examine what its seed oil can do for men's health, that ancient symbolism is perfectly clear. Pomegranate seed oil contains an abundance of a very rare fatty acid called punicic acid, as well as some of the most powerful antioxidants on the planet. This combination gives it a remarkable ability to help protect and restore the lining of the very blood vessels responsible for your erections. I often explain to my patients that with age, their arteries can become like old brittle pipes, stiff, weak, and less efficient at carrying blood. Pomegranate seed oil works like a natural repair crew, helping to make those vessels more flexible and resilient so that blood can move without obstruction. But its true power lies in its influence on testosterone. As men age, a gradual decline in testosterone is normal, which can lead to lower libido, fatigue, and weaker erections. Pomegranate seed oil helps support your body's innate ability to produce testosterone, not by artificially forcing it, but by nourishing the natural hormonal pathways that already exist. A gentleman in his early 70s once told me he felt like he was living in black and white. No energy, no desire, and constant frustration in the bedroom. After he incorporated pomegranate seed oil into his daily habits, he came back a few weeks later a different man. He spoke of renewed energy, a rekindled intimacy with his wife, and the feeling of reclaiming a part of himself he feared was lost forever. That is the profound gift of this oil. It doesn't just target erections, it helps restore a man's overall sense of vitality. If you're inspired to support your body in this way, please comment, "I will do this," below. 4. Evening primrose oil, the sensitivity reawakener. When I mention evening primrose oil, most men think it's something from their wife's supplement cabinet. It's true that it's widely marketed for women's hormonal health. However, I have seen firsthand how this oil can be a game changer for a man's sexual health, especially in an area that is often ignored: sensation and pleasure. Evening primrose oil is exceptionally rich in a fatty acid known as gamma-linolenic acid, or GLA, which our bodies cannot produce on their own. GLA is absolutely crucial for maintaining the health of our nerve endings, including the thousands of nerves in the penis that are responsible for arousal, touch, and orgasm. A 68-year-old patient once shared with me, with great sadness, that intimacy had become a numb, mechanical act. He was still able to function, but the pleasure was gone, leaving him feeling disconnected. After he started taking evening primrose oil, the change wasn't immediate, but it was significant. Over several weeks, he reported that his sensitivity was returning. He described it as going from seeing the world in shades of grey to suddenly seeing it in vibrant color again. This not only boosted his confidence, but more importantly, it restored his emotional bond with his partner. This oil doesn't just help with the how, it enriches the why. It also helps regulate prostaglandins, which are compounds that play a key role in arousal and erection quality. In essence, it fine-tunes your body's response system, making everything feel more alive and satisfying. If restoring sensation is a priority for you, take a moment and write, "I will do this," in the comments. 5. Rosemary oil for a focused mind and body. So many men believe that erectile function is a purely mechanical process, but the truth is, every erection begins in the mind. I have had countless conversations with men who told me that even when their body was willing, their mind was their biggest obstacle. Worries about finances, stress from work, or just the endless noise of modern life can pull a man out of the moment and sabotage intimacy. This is where rosemary oil offers a unique and powerful benefit. It's more than just a pleasant scent. It contains compounds that are known to improve circulation, not just in the body, but directly to the brain. This helps create a state of calm alertness and mental clarity. When your mind is focused and present, you can connect with your partner instead of being lost in a sea of anxieties. I'll always remember a patient in his early 60s who described feeling like an observer in his own life, especially in the bedroom. I suggested he try a simple daily ritual, massaging a few drops of rosemary oil into his temples. When he returned, he said something profound. "Doctor, it wasn't just about getting better erections. It was about getting my presence back." Another little-known benefit of rosemary oil is its ability to help balance DHT, a powerful byproduct of testosterone. When DHT levels are too high, it can sometimes interfere with sexual function and dull sensitivity. Rosemary oil helps the body maintain a healthy equilibrium, allowing you to enjoy the benefits of testosterone without the potential downsides. If you believe in the power of the mind-body connection, let me know by commenting, "I will do this." 6. Frankincense oil, the stress and inflammation soother. For thousands of years, frankincense has been revered as a sacred substance, used in ceremonies to bring peace to the mind and body. What ancient cultures understood intuitively, modern science is now beginning to prove. Frankincense possesses a remarkable ability to calm both physical inflammation and mental stress, two of the biggest enemies of male sexual health. I always tell my patients that stress isn't just a feeling, it's a physiological event. Every time you feel overwhelmed, your body floods with the stress hormone cortisol, which directly suppresses testosterone and constricts blood vessels. Over months and years, this constant cycle can erode your erectile function, leaving you feeling defeated. Frankincense oil helps break that cycle. It contains compounds called boswellic acids, which act as potent natural anti-inflammatories, soothing the chronic inflammation that can damage blood vessels, nerves, and prostate tissue. Simultaneously, its calming aroma has been shown to lower cortisol, allowing your body to shift from fight or flight mode back to a state of rest where intimacy can flourish. I once worked with a man in his 70s who had nearly given up on physical intimacy. It wasn't that his body couldn't perform, but his mind was in a constant state of tension. He began diffusing frankincense oil in his bedroom each night and soon noticed he was sleeping more deeply. To his surprise, he also began experiencing natural, spontaneous erections again. The sense of relief he expressed was incredible. It was as if he had finally been unburdened from a weight he had carried for years. If you're ready to let go of stress and support your body's healing, please type, "I will do this," below. 7. Sandalwood oil, the testosterone amplifier. There is a timeless, grounding quality to sandalwood. For millennia, its rich aroma has been used to promote a sense of calm confidence and focus. But for men navigating the challenges of erectile dysfunction, its benefits run much deeper than its scent. This remarkable oil works at a cellular level, influencing how your body actually utilizes the testosterone it already has. You see, having healthy testosterone levels is only half the battle. That testosterone is useless if your body's cells can't hear its message. Think of testosterone as a key and the receptors on your cells as the locks. If those locks are rusty or blocked, the key can't do its job, no matter how perfect it is. Sandalwood oil acts like a natural lubricant for those locks, helping to improve receptor sensitivity so that your body can make full use of its available testosterone. A patient in his late 60s had spent a small fortune on treatments to boost his testosterone levels. His blood tests showed improvement, but he didn't feel any different. His energy and performance were still low. When we added sandalwood oil to his protocol, he was skeptical, but he returned a few weeks later completely amazed. He said it felt like his body was finally responding to the hormone. His energy was up, his erections were stronger, and his confidence was back. It wasn't about adding more hormones, it was about activating the ones he had. Sandalwood also helps reawaken nerve sensitivity in the genital area, which can diminish with age, making intimacy feel more vivid and fulfilling once again. To commit to helping your body work more efficiently, comment, "I will do this." Now. 8. Ylang ylang oil, the harmonizer of mind and body. The name ylang ylang might sound delicate, as it's often found in fine perfumes. But for men, especially those over 60, this oil possesses a powerful and balancing strength. One of the biggest hurdles my patients face is performance anxiety. This anxiety creates a frustrating paradox. A man can be either too nervous and tense to perform, or so worried that he becomes too detached to respond at all. Ylang ylang oil has this incredible, dual ability to create perfect harmony. It can gently stimulate the part of your nervous system responsible for arousal and blood flow, while simultaneously soothing the part that triggers stress and worry. It helps you find that ideal state of being both excited and in control. I worked with a retired professor in his 70s who felt completely trapped by his nerves. He deeply loved his wife, but the pressure he put on himself created so much anxiety that it became a self-fulfilling prophecy. We introduced ylang ylang oil into his evening routine. Sometimes he would diffuse it, other times he'd use a drop as a cologne. Over time, he felt a profound shift. His body felt ready and responsive, but his mind was calm and present. He told me, "I finally feel prepared without feeling pressured." That mental shift was all it took for his confidence and his body to return. This oil also supports the adrenal glands, which bear the brunt of chronic stress, freeing up your body's energy to focus on sexual health where it is needed. If finding this balance resonates with you, make that commitment by commenting, "I will do this." 9. Pine needle oil, the 7-day game changer. Finally, we arrive at the oil that, more than any other, elicits responses of pure astonishment from my patients: pine needle oil. It may seem unassuming, derived from a tree you've likely seen hundreds of times. but within its needles are powerful compounds, like alpha-pinene, that dramatically improve how your body's cells use oxygen. Think of it as upgrading your entire system to run on a more efficient, powerful fuel source. Your energy increases, your stamina improves, and every system in your body, especially the reproductive system, functions at a higher capacity. But what truly sets pine needle oil apart is its immediate and potent effect on blood circulation. It is one of the most powerful natural vasodilators I have ever encountered, capable of opening up blood vessels and encouraging warm, healthy blood flow, sometimes within minutes of application. Men who use it often report an almost immediate sensation of warmth and returning sensitivity. When you combine this with its ability to help the body utilize testosterone more effectively and reduce inflammation in the prostate and sexual organs, you begin to understand why it can be so transformative. I have witnessed men in their 60s, 70s, and beyond reclaim a level of confidence and function they thought was gone forever. They don't just start performing again, they start living again with more vibrancy and joy. And that is the most important message I can leave you with today. Your best years are not in your past. With the right support from nature, you can restore your strength, your intimacy, and your vitality, regardless of your age. If you are ready to see what this final oil can do, type, "I will do this one last time." Thank you for your time, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.